Maybe depends on how much you have lived. Because if you your could be half page and his could be 5 pages because right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Namita. Our next participant is Praveen Bagmar from CIB Madi College.
Good evening all. I am Praveen Kumar Bagmar and my topic is analytical study on ROC compliances which a private limited company need to undertake. Introduction of actually I have done my summer internship program in a CA firm under the chartered accountant Mr. Rajiv Mengal, who is practicing chartered accountant for more than 25 years, and he is expertise in direct taxation, project financing and other company compliances. In my summer internship program, I have assisted them in auditing work, bank reconciliation and vouching, etc. And I had spent time there in understanding what is the procedure for formation of a new company and for a private limited company. And during my this study, I came to know about the ROC compliance, which I found very interesting and very valuable for the starting up a new company. So what are ROC compliances? ROC compliances are those compliances which every company need to for their smoothly functioning of the business or for their establishing of a new company. The ROC compliance is mandatorily required to comply with the register of companies by filling various online forms through the website of ROC, that is the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. So why it is necessary to understand? In India, most of the people and I would say the young generation want to start their own business. They don't like to work under some other people, so they want to start their own business. So for this purpose, it is mandatory to fulfill the ROC related compliances, and they must have the basic knowledge about what is ROCs. So objective of my project to find out the legal procedure of the formation of a company, to understand and find out the various ROC compliances which everyone or the person who wants to start their own business need to understand, and to ascertain the penalties interest a company need to pay if ROC compliance is not followed, and to formulate checklist for the companies to avoid legal actions. My project is totally based on the secondary data. Next slide. So, if anyone want to start their own business, first of all, he must have cleared what type of business he want to start, whether it is public limited company or private limited company. If once he decided, then he has to decide the name of the company, what would be the name of his or her company. Then he has to file the form to the ROC, that is form number 1 for the name of the registration of the name of the company. And then if the name is approved by the ROC, then they have to finalize the MOA and AOA. The MOA is the Memorandum of Association and the Article of Association. As we all know that Memorandum of Association is a written documents which lays down the area of the operation of the company and the relationship with the outsiders. And the AOA is the rules and regulations which a company has to follow within the organization. Then after that, after finalizing MOA and AOA, they have to pay the ROC challan to the ROC, and finally the ROC issues the certificate of the incorporation. So there are basically, as I told, that there is two type of company: public limited company and the private limited company. Public limited company are those company which has a minimum paid up capital of 5 lakh and the maximum number of members are unlimited, and the minimum number of directors are 3. But in the case of private limited company, minimum paid up capital is rupees 1 lakh, and the maximum limit is 200 according to the Companies Act 2013, and the minimum number of directors are 2. Registering a new company. If anyone wants to register a new company, first of all, they have to apply for the registration of the name of the company. For this purpose, he has to fill the form number INC1 for the registration of the name of the company, and then after that, form number INC7 and the form number and the form number INC2 has to fill. Form number INC7 is for the actually it is form for the incorporation of the company, and the form number 7 is for the company other than OPC. OPC is a new term introduced by the Companies Act 2030. OPC is one-person company. Earlier it was known as the sole proprietorship company, and but according to new Act 2000 Companies Act 2031, sole proprietorship company is converted into one-person company. So for the OPC company, form number INC2 is has to fill for the incorporation, and form number INC22, it is the situation. It is the form. This is the form for the if is a situation or change of situation registered office for the of the company, and the form number DIR 12. This form is filled for the. This form is basically for the appointment of the directors and the key manager personnel within the organization. The important formalities of any business. Important formalities. The first is director identification number. It's also called DIN. So what is director identification number? Director identification number is a unique number has given is or allotted by the authority to the existing director or the person who is intended to be as who is intended to appointed as a director for the organization, who can file an application for allotment of DIN. Every individual who is intended to be appointed as a director of the company can file an application for the DIN. Who will allot the DIN? The DIN is allotted by the authority, like Ministry of Corporate Affairs. And the second formality is obtaining digital signature certificate. It's also called DSC. Digital signature certificate, according to Information Technology Act 2000, it is introduced by IT Act 2000. It is mandatory for the documents which is filing in electronic way filing to electronic way. It is the secure and safety way of the for the electronic documents. This is the procedure of filing e-forms. Like we can fill the forms by MCA website, and we can easily pay the challan and all the formalities and the attachment we have required. This is the sample of certificate of incorporation of a new company. Meeting of board. After a company is established, there is a certain compliance which has to followed by every company. Like meeting. First meeting of board of directors within 30 days is mandatory for every business, and in case of OPC or small scale company, the they must have at least 2 meetings within a year. And for the other than OPC and the small business company, there must be a 4 meeting. Thank you.
Praveen, suppose I am director in 10 companies. Do I need to have 1 DIN or 10 DINs? Also, or only 1 DIN?
Where is the office of register of companies?
says Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Delhi. They actually in every state there's a.
Suppose I am to register a company. Like I was in Nasik and I registered my company, private limited company. So which office I referred to? In district. So registrar of companies office for a private limited company. It's in every district.
So in India there are more than 500 districts. So there are 500 registered companies.
This time is all online procedure for all the filing of.
Yeah, but how many registrar are there in the India? As only one.
Everybody can register the private limited company? One lakh. And the the 2013 something is new coming for the proprietary. What is this? 1% means?
They have only the liability, limited liability, but in earlier there's a sole proprietorship company. In this company, if company fails, they has to the creditors have the right to give all their personal assets and all that. But in the 1% company, the owner or the person has the limited liability. They don't have to give their personal assets to the creditors.
One last question before you leave the floor. What is the study you did in this? Because you have just made a presentation, like he comes to the dais and reads out Ramcharitmanas. Now, what is the study in this?
Yeah, I studied what is the legal procedure for formation.
That is given. That is there. What is the study you have done?
Actually, study I have not able to present due to shortage of time. I have studied what are the compliances, mostly compliances which attract huge fines if it is not followed. Like according to 2013 Act, the unsecured loan in previous Companies Act 1956, if for private limited company, unsecured loan they are easily getting, but in 2030 there is a mandatory they have to file if they are taking unsecured loan, they have to file to the ROC and they have to refund the same. So these all are the changes I have studied.
Whenever you was in the SIP, you completed 60 days in this particular firm? 45 days. So how many percent you learn in 45 days?
I have done other than this work, means actually I have done vouching and bank reconciliation statement. I have assisted actually.
You are not focusing on particular things, studies? Fine.
Thank you, Praveen. Our next participant is Vinny Nair from SB Jain College.
Good evening, respected dignitaries and all my dear friends. I am Vinny Nair from SB Jain Institute of Technology, Management and Research. Before starting with my presentation, I just want to say that I am very much privileged over here to share my experience with you all and my summer internship project. Thank you so much. Training need assessment. I have done my summer internship program with Universal Education and my profile was of trainer. Training need assessment. It's never a teaching. Training is never a teaching. It polishes your existing qualities. Whatever qualities you have, whatever may it be. Present qualities, they polish it. Training helps to polish it. Improves on your verbal communication. Verbal communication speaking, as well as your confidence, personality development, everything. Self-realization. Training makes self-realization, helps to make self-realization. Where we are, where we stand, and where we can be in future. College-wise, campus recruitment training need was identified and the schedule was planned accordingly. Count of students attending the session was finalized by the college and the concerned department. Next, please. Universal education, these were the types of training which was conducted, and since I was a trainer, so I also conducted these types of training. First one is soft skills training. What is soft skills training? It covers each and everything, your personality development, your confidence, how to motivate, how to be self-motivator, how to stand, how to interact, everything. GD, that is group discussion, personal interview, everything. Then comes campus recruitment training, one of the very, very important aspects. Campus recruitment training, what it is? Campus recruitment training where since we are an MBA student, we know in our institute, campus comes for us, and we used to give according to them whatever is required for the campus, whatever the organization is requiring from the students, we used to give training accordingly. Next is company-oriented training. Many a times it is like the institutes, that is the colleges, were focusing only in some of the colleges like TCS or whatever we can say Wipro. So we used to give only company-oriented training, what TCS is required. So accordingly we used to give the training. Then online training. We used to give papers, we used to put papers so that students can solve it and judge themselves, and if they are having problem, they just place their problems online and we try to solve them. This is universal education, and yes, universal education believes to build people. And since I was the alumni of this organization, I can really assure you that what they say, they do. Really, they build people. Next. So, talking about my organization, that was Universal Education. It was an organization founded by HR professionals, impart training to corporate and students. It have trained more than 190,000 students. Really a milestone which they have set. Provides capsule as well as regular training. What is capsule training? Capsule training is for 1 week, or we can say 1.5 weeks. That's it. Some of the colleges require capsule training. That means we give training only for 1 week or 1.5 weeks. That is capsule training. And some of them require regular training. That means for the whole semester. Successfully completed 10 years of training. Universal Education team believes not in words but in actions. Very true. Since I was also a part, I got to know, really I have realized that they don't just believe in saying, they believe in words and in actions. Universal Education have more than 70 faculties in their organization, and they are the real gems behind the success which Universal Education today is carrying. Next. The major colleges with which Universal Education is tied up are Acharya Institute of Technology, Bangalore, National College, Bangalore, Siddhganga Institute of Technology, Tumkur, T. John College, Bangalore, Geetham's, one of the very reputed university, Geetham's University, Visakhapatnam, K.K. Wagh Engineering College, Babasaheb Naik College of Engineering, and many more. Next, objectives of training. The first very objective being a trainer was to impart basic knowledge and skills to the students. Second was make them realize their potentials. It is not that students are not aware that, what they lack, that they are having the abilities, but they lack to realize it. So, being a trainer, we used to motivate them, we used to make them realize what you are and what you can do in future. To polish their present skills. Since every student, we are also going to be a part of campus and all, we are a product. I just want to give an example in form of shoes. Suppose, I'm not comparing, just I'm giving an example, so don't take it otherwise. Students are like a product, I can say shoes. So training is what? Polishing that. Polishing your capabilities, your abilities, and giving a shine to it, so that you can give a tough competition to others, and when you come out, you are like a byproduct, not a product. The journey started from Bangalore. My journey started from Bangalore. Everyone, we are having a dream that once at least we should visit Bangalore. And my dream was fulfilled when I joined Universal Education, Bangalore. So from here I started my journey, Bangalore. Here we used to get trained first in whatever aspects we have to go in future. So we used to give demo daily to our respective head trainers and all, and this is how we have started. Next. Trainings conducted at various colleges by me personally. First one is K.K. Wagh Engineering College, Nasik, then Babasaheb Naik College of Engineering, Pusat, then Tondadaria College of Engineering, Gadag, which is in Karnataka, and J.J. Magdum College of Engineering, Jaisingpur. I have trained these 4 college students. Next. K.K. Wagh Engineering College, Nasik. There I have conducted group discussion, conducted various activities to improve their skills, their abilities, their vocabulary, and extempore, then aptitude classes. Then these are the students. This is the graph of the students. Next. Then Babasaheb Naik College, they also have conducted group discussion, aptitude as well. Next. This is a graph. This is Tondadaria College of Engineering. There also group discussion, various activities on communication, extempore, aptitude classes. And last but not the least, J.J. Magdum College. Verbal aptitude classes, group discussion, and this is the graph of the students. Achievements are, I have personally conducted interviews of the students, conducted training sessions for final year students. Thank you.
What was the objective of your summer internship project?
Yes, sir. Since I was chosen for trainer, so my objective was to impart skills and motivate the students to know their capabilities. Since I used to train final year students, so they are going to be placed in that year only, so I used to motivate them and used to make them prepare that how you have to be personality development wise, then whatever aspects an organization requires. Yeah. First line. It's training and development.
And development practices at
Universal Education Bangalore.
with that object. So where somewhere you said training need analysis.
Assessment. Next slide.
Training need assessment.
Assessment.
Training need assessment. So how did you assess training needs?
So since when I visited first college, that was in Nasik, there I get to know that it's not like students are not having capabilities, that they can flourish. But the problem was...
No, please answer to the point.
Yes, sir.
No, we are just beating around the bush.
So sorry.
I am saying, how did you finalize training need assessment? Second question.
Okay.
You said personality. I will like you to define personality for me. Third, did you conduct any tests for the students? Something like psychometric tests to find out the attributes of the students?
Okay, so I would like to answer first question, sir.
What is personality? Define psychology point of view.
Personality.
Yes.
Personality is nothing but you should have a proper confidence when you are speaking. You should be able to face your communication should be good, as well as you should be able to carry yourself properly
Psychology point of view.
from psychological point of view.
Yes. You are an MBA student. You study behavioral science. So, psychology point of view, what is personality?
What we carry is with us.
No. There are qualities you have either inborn or genetically or acquired. There is a different class and different definition for it. Second, you said campus comes for us. What did you mean by that?
For us, that I was trying to say that since I'm an MBA student, so companies are going to come for as well. Corporate companies are going to come for as well.
No, you said campus comes for us.
That's campus means in campus.
No, that's a misnomer.
Oh,
Corporate
sorry.
comes for you.
I'm so sorry.
Yes. Thirdly, you say, how did you make them realize their potential?
Yeah.
So you have to first find out their potential.
Yes, sir.
And I think from your talk, there does not appear to be any systematic written test or a psychometric test. That is the only sure short way of finding out one's potential.
Just want to say, sir.
Huh.
I have done my internship 3 months, and since when we used to, I have said that we have conducted various activities. So we used to get to know that they used to communicate with us that, ma'am, we are lacking this. So we used to help them. Yeah, we have not conducted psychometric test, but aptitude test as well, aptitude test and all.
Aptitude test did you conduct?
Yes, sir.
So what did the aptitude test check? What did it verify?
The aptitude test, what we can say, mental strength, or which is one of the aspect of every organization, aptitude test. So
Question is not answered.
so sorry, sir.
You are in the training need assessment. Apart from training, you use any tools?
No, sir.
You heard Eric Burns' name?
Yes, sir.
Eric Burns theory, you understand?
No.
No.
Since I was a fresher, I was grasping little things only, since I was not also a good trainer at that time. I was just,
Because dear, you spent 3 months in the
yeah.
without knowing that Eric Burns theory. And the Maslow's theory, you understand?
No. Sorry, sir, but I'll make sure that I should get to know it.
One of the objective was to know what is corporate oriented training.
This is campus-oriented training.
Go back.
Company-oriented.
Company oriented
Yeah.
training. What do you mean by company oriented training?
As I said that sometimes the various colleges require that only few companies are going to come, like TCS, if I give an example. So TCS normally never conducts GD and all. So we used to give training accordingly. Where they are emphasizing, we used to emphasize more on that.
Okay, actually you used to train the students to appear for the campus interview.
Yeah.
Okay, and how do you do the training need analysis?
Training need analysis.
Yeah.
First, we used to train them, and we used to see.
To train or first to do the training need analysis?
No, since colleges requirement are there that they have to train the students for campus and all. So we used to give training, and by spending time with them, we used to get to know that where they are lacking and all, and then we work on it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Vinny. Our next participant is Pranita Dhole from NIT College.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Pranita Dhole, and I am from NIT College. And my internship I will done with Manivi Institute, and my topic is financial planning. Financial planning is it is a process of achieving your goals with different investment options, current resources, properly disciplined money management. Financial planning is not only your money; it is about all about life and fulfilling our wishes and dreams. And three major components of financial planning is current resources, investment options, and financial goals. The current resources is where जैसे हम